sit on the podium, and you'll have to excuse me if I make some mistakes. At our age, we begin to make some mistakes, forget certain things, remember them later, walk upstairs, when you get to the top of the stairs, oh yeah, what was it I was looking for? And then you walk back down, halfway down, you remember you walk back up. So instead of going once to the stairs, to the stairs, you go at least 1.5 times. So that's exercise, good exercise for us. At the introduction, you were talking about buying homes and stuff like that. No, that's not what I'm looking at here. What I'm looking at is because there are so many people that many of you here might have met me. But before I go into talking about those of you who have met me, let me just chip in 1 or 2 things. Melody. That's a fantastic guy. You will not believe that I only met this guy about a few months ago, not up to 6 months ago. And when we spoke, he came about 4 o'clock, and then we started talking. And when he was talking, I was just looking at the young man, I was going, oh, yeah, that looks like you when you were young. I went, oh, no. He's much more than that. Because when we were younger, like I said, I like to dare. I dare to live. I dare to do everything I do. I live dangerously, yes, but that's life. That's why we're entrepreneurs. Okay? Most of us started from nothing and we came to something. Like those of you who are here now, those of you who are just Japan, like I tell you that, so need to be Japan, not be here before me. So I understand. However, in understanding those things, we have some truths as well, but go with it. So when you Japan, make sure your leg will stand firm as you land. And that is why I want to give you this. I want also to acknowledge the presence of Richie. Richie. This is another guy who made an impression on me when we met in the House of Lords. Yeah. And that day, he got a prize, and Melody got a prize on that day too. But when I spoke to Rishi, I just thought, wow, at this age, you're doing this, I'll tell you one thing, man. All of you should be looking up to him. This is one guy who, at this, you have heard people just say, oh, billionaire. No, he's not just a billionaire, he's on the Forbes list. I'm sure many of us here know what it means to be on the Forbes list. Okay, so someone who's on the Forbes list, and he can come to this occasion. It's like Stardust. You're with him here, cracking jokes and stuff like that. And he is able to come down here, take the time off to come and talk to us. I think we should listen when he speaks. So, let me go to the things I want to talk about. How to settle down in the UK. I chose this topic because there were quite a few other ones there. I chose that because quite a few of you came in and you know who I am. And I get a lot of questions about renting, getting a place where you live, and things like that. Most of you end up going to Airbnbs. You can save yourself a lot of money by going to gov.uk. I'll just do that here. Gov.uk. And when you are here, you just simply search. What was that again? Share code. You just go to the search button and you go share code. Now, oh, excuse me. Prove your right to rent in England. So there, you just go there. By the way, I'm scrolling down quickly because I've been through it before, but what I tell people mostly is if you use the computer, always read the screen. Read what it says on the screen to direct you. So here is this, prove your right to rent online. And you will need to date your date of birth and the following details, they're your biometrics. That is what you need. And your passport or your nationality. For those of you who are here, your passport and your biometrics, that's all you need. And then you start. Once you enter that and go through the questions there, enter the details of your passport and your biometrics, it will generate a code for you. Now, that code is what you give to the estate agent, because most of you will go to the estate agents and they will say they can't give you, they can't rent to you. Yes, by right, they can't rent to you. But when you show them that code, it shows that you are here legally, just arrived. So that is from the Home Office direct. That code that you have, you give to them. With that code, you can rent. Another thing they will tell you is that your salary is not up to. Many of you are on probably 21,000 or so, but the baseline is 23,000. So if you combine that of you, that's yourself and your spouse, you should be able to have enough to do the rent. So that aside, we look at another thing, career development. Many of you, when you arrive, asked me for training. The training is there. We have bought the training for over 60. How many did we get? We topped it up. I think it's 60 now. So the training is free, but they are all mandatory training. There are 22 of them in number. And if you do all of those 22 mandatory trainings, when you go out to work, all you just need to tell, because the certificates are not issued, all you just need to say to your new employer when you're doing your part-time is that you have done the mandatory training. That is a plus for you. However, they also have their own mandatory training, so if they're keeping you for a long time, you will have to do mandatory training to show that their company also does mandatory training. There are other trainings that are there. You've got the specialist trainings as well. So if, for example, now you are being sent, I'm talking to those who are in care. I'm assuming in a judge people here are in care. For example, if you are going to look after someone who has dementia, for example, the specialist training is given to you on dementia before you go. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is GDPR, which Social Special mentioned a minute ago. It's very important. It is not important in the sense that you have to read it, and study it like a book. It is important in the sense that you are aware of what information you are giving out, either knowingly or unknowingly. I will tell you a story that I had, an experience. There was a client whose carer was on a bus and was talking to another carer who then were both going home after work, oblivious of where they were. And they were talking about this client and saying things that are special, classified about this client. Incidentally, that client's cousin was sitting just behind him. She had everything and went home, called the cousin and went, "This is what I had on the bus. Who was it that came to see you today?" And that raised a safeguarding that ended that contract and almost ended the company. No need to say that the carers were sacked. There was no more job for them because they had gone through safeguarding and failed. The other thing is discrimination. Most of us come from Nigeria, so when we talk, let's say with the yard well from Nigeria, that thing is sweet. When we go, where the yard me and the yard, you know what happened. For those of you who don't understand pidgin English, I will explain. There's something we call banter. We call it banter here in the UK. Nigerian banter is serious banter, and nobody takes it to heart. So when you come here as a Nigerian, you try to do that same banter when we do it at home, you create problem for yourself. You are at risk of falling foul of the Discrimination Act. Lastly, safeguarding. The job we do is a job that we render to vulnerable people. And these vulnerable people have to be safeguarded. There are rules. One of the mandatory training that you do is safeguarding. If you don't understand it, do it a second time. You can go through it as many times as you can, because once you are called up for safeguarding and you sit in a panel where safeguarding is going on, then you understand how serious it is. The safeguarding can end your career as a nurse, as a doctor, as a pharmacist, as anything. It can just end your career, it can close your company down. So we take it very seriously. I'm sorry that I sound like a broken record. It is not my intention to, but it is because of the seriousness of what I have to tell you. I just need to say that so that you are aware of it. I would like to take this opportunity, because I know I'm not going to come back to this podium, to thank everyone who came here and to promise you that we are aware of what you're going through, and we're doing everything possible to make you succeed. And that is why I was brought into this for workers of Palestine as a group. And I'm so glad that many of you are here. If you do have any questions, any help that you need, we will deal with those later. Thank you very much.